is the Victory Moment with CK. Join the show as we chat victory in the midst of the uncertainty in life, because each day can be a victory moment if you don't quit, if you don't give up, and if you don't let go. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Victory Moment with CK. I am CK. And today I'm excited to talk to you a few moments about who are you? Let's chat about it today as I share some more things later, but let's chat about it today. Well, once again, welcome to the Victory Moment with CK. There's always something evolving, there's always something new, and I'm excited to thank you for joining as I see those coming in. Welcome. And I'm always excited to share some thoughts, just some positive things as we keep pressing forward. Because everyone that knows the victory moment and has connected with me knows that the victory moment is about how do I move forward, moving forward, and knowing that, it's okay for things always not to work out. It's okay that we're going and it's just life. We're going to meet challenges. We're going to meet things and face different things. But one of the things that really stuck with me today when I was preparing for like when I was thinking about the show from the other day and all of that, is who are you? And one of the main things that we have to understand is who we are. And I started getting kind of excited because I was like thinking about it and I'm like, who are you? And then I started saying to myself, who am I? Who am I? What do I really bring to the table? How do I help? How do I proceed? How do I do what I do? And why? And these are the things that some little questions that I'm going to connect with as I talk to you today. But one of the things I want to talk about is know your goals. Where do you want to go? And where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want to see? And what are you aspiring to do? Because what tends to happen is if you have no aspiration, if you have no intent of where you want to go, you'll just keep seeing yourself in a cycle. So you got to make up your mind that, listen, I made up my mind that I'm going to keep moving forward. And as you move forward, I mean, and this is what I want to do. And you have to make up your mind of what you really want to do. Who are you? What do you like to do? What do you love? And and these are the things that help us to keep going. Because if we're confused and we really don't know what we want to do, and it's a problem as you're trying to move forward. So you have to make up your mind that you want to move forward. So and you just don't want to be in a cycle. So it comes and begins with knowing who you are. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you really like? Do you know your things that you don't like? It's okay. And one of the other things I want to talk about, do you understand and know your morals? Do you have standards and morals that you stand by? You know, I will not do this because I know it will cause this reaction. I will not do that because I don't want to offend anyone. It's not about I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want all the time. There are times you have to also understand, yeah, you need to do care about somebody else's feelings of how you're handling. And it's all about how you're handling that person, how you're taking, how you are communicating with people, how you are interacting with people. Because a lot of people don't understand bullying is not just hitting someone. Bullying and bullying can be right on, basically they call it cyberbullying, because now so many people are on social media that social media has become a place where a lot of people are bullied. And some people believe that they don't realize, yeah, you're bullying someone. And you have to be aware and careful of how you handle people. Kindness, loving kindness makes the difference. Even if we're not going to always connect with everyone, but that doesn't mean you be nasty to that person or you bully that person or you try to be slick and do things that to offend or try to offend or hurt somebody else. And because you're not hitting them, you feel it's okay. No, it's not. And I never go negative. I always stay in the positive perspective. And I understand everybody does things in their own mannerism. But I love how the scripture always says love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't think about itself. And meaning that, no, it doesn't mean that the self-care is not there, but what you got to understand is the love that you show to everybody, the kindness. And that doesn't mean, again, everybody is lovable. And when I say that, because some people have different characters that we may not always connect with, and it's fine, but it's the way that you handle the person, even in the midst of it. I have a friend, and it's so funny. She had said something to me a long time ago, and it helped me through my journey, because she had said, work around people. And I didn't understand it until I met certain challenges. And she said, work around people, because there are certain things you just don't entertain. You don't have to entertain everything on social media. You don't have to entertain everything that comes to you. Sometimes silence speaks a lot. Not saying anything destroys whatever is trying to come at you. And these are the things that we ourselves have to understand. But knowing your worth, knowing who you are, ladies. And as we are in the Women's Month, I was really addressing the ladies. Your class, your integrity, the way that you handle yourself is the way people are going to treat you. Letting someone call you out your name is not appropriate. Letting someone treat you anyhow to get, because you desire certain things, it's not appropriate. You are queens and princesses, because our babies, the younger girls, are our princesses growing to become queens. And we as queens have to show an example. So listen, we're talking about morals. We're talking about what do you love? Knowing who you are. And it's going to make a big difference. And this is just, I know, a reminder, because I'm going to say it as a reminder, because we have to know who we are. You have to understand and know who you are. You can't even, you're getting into any type of relationship. If you don't even know who you are, and you get into a relationship, how are you going to know how to relate? How are you going to know? Not telling a man 1,001 things of this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. No, that's not how you do that. You don't tell the person, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and all of those things. You share, your attitude and the things that you do makes the difference, and the things that you do makes the difference. And that's how you do that, but you don't automatically believe that the person is, gonna understand and know you like that. What you have to do is present yourself. Present yourself. Present yourself. So that's what you have to do. Present yourself. And as you present yourself, you will know, it just connects, know your needs. It's okay. I love how God said he will supply all of our needs according to his riches in Christ Jesus. So there's a reason to know your needs. What do you really need? What do you need in your relationship? Because I was sharing that on my last broadcast. You can't rely on others to make you happy, because you will always be disappointed, because people are finicky. One day they are content, the next day we're not. One day we are saying one thing, and then the next day is something totally different. And that's just us being human beings in one perspective. But it is what it is. So you have to make up your mind to what do you need? What do you need? How to proceed? What do you need? And one of the things I want to talk about also is, again, your standards, your morals. You have to have some type of standard and morals to keep going, because then if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's a concern. You have to make sure you're not just falling for anything, but you're standing for something. And again, it's not about being perfect. And I always say this because sometimes when you're communicating certain things, people take it in a perspective of, oh, you're being about perfection. And you listen, I've had that perfection syndrome for a long time. And I had to understand that it wasn't about so much being perfect, but it was about doing the best that you can. And I'll say that. And being you, and doing you for you, is the doing what you do best. And what you do best is baking and cooking. That's you. Be authentically you in all that you do. Be the person as you stand out, as you stand out, you know, and that means, again, standards. That means morals. That means goals, and loving you so that you understand how to love others. It's okay. That's called loving yourself. And that's what and I've seen a lot of those posts going around now. And welcome, and as you're loving you, it's okay. It's all part about mental health and wellness. Loving you. You can't go all over the place and not care about you and think you're going to be able to handle and care about someone else. Your mental state. What is your mental state? And as we talk about you, thank you for joining me. Again, those that are coming in, listen, it's about being authentically you. And I'm going to ask the question again. Yes. Who are you? Do you know what you really like? Do you know your morals and standards? Do you understand that you have to stand for something or you'll just fall for anything? There's something about being authentically you. I only know how to be Carmen or CK, however you want to call me. I'm not even talking about other titles and things of that sort. I'm talking about just being me, making sure how I handle people, making sure how I treat people. So I'm dealing with it myself first because that's so important right now. And I realize the struggles that we have is because we don't even really know who we are. We don't even know who we are because we're so busy trying to please this one, please that one, and please this and do that. And I understand because all of us look for certain what we call connection back. But it has to be authentically you. And believe you me, people can see when you are not being you. Yep. People can know when you are not authentically you. People can know when you are not being real, whether you believe it or understand it or not, because it just comes forth that way. It just comes forth that way. So I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to say, who are you? Who are you? And I understand we have different apps and things like that sort, but that doesn't mean you change who you are. Exactly. We it's nothing wrong with wanting some validation. It's part of our character. Absolutely. But the bottom line is we must validate ourselves first. Validate who you are first so that you can rise and not be defeated every time someone may say something that you don't really like. Don't let someone else define you. You define yourself. You define yourself. So what you will not tolerate? It's okay. That doesn't mean you have to be nasty about it, but what you will not tolerate and what you will actually be willing to give your life for. These are just a few thoughts. These are just a few thoughts. Because I just want you to think about who you really are in this episode. Do you know who you are? And when this came to me again, all the time, every time, I look at me first. So I'm not just sharing this with you. I'm looking at who Carmen is. I'm looking at who CK is. I'm looking at, again, like I said, many of us wear many hats and carry many titles and different things. Doctors, mom, sister, aunts, and, a niece, a grandma, and all of those things. But who are you? Who are you? Keep in mind, as I'm getting ready to close out, as you grow and mature, not just getting older, but just maturing, to different people and experiences, you are steadily evolving. So that means what you may have tolerated last year, help me out, somebody. You may not tolerate this year. Sometimes we tolerate things to a point. And after that point, it's crazy because you don't want to keep going through the same cycle. And you don't have to tolerate everything that comes to you if it doesn't connect with your goals, your aspirations, and the things that you desire, and even helping others as a servant, you know? So the bottom line, I love it. You understand? As you know, yeah, so we have to make up our minds and take a inventory of who we really are. Take an inventory of who are you. Because I'm not Beyonce. No, I'm not. I'm not, because, and it doesn't make anybody better or greater because they have a little bit more. So don't put yourself down because you may not look like Beyonce. You may not have the monies like her. And I'm using her as an example. There's so many. And Women's History Month, and as I close out, ladies, you are phenomenal. Phenomenal woman are you. And I'm going to shout out, the producer and CEO of BHC Network, Dr. Carolyn Stevens. She was on the show the other day. These are women that, my mom, these are women that you can look at because they stand for something. There are other women that connected in my life that are just phenomenal because they don't just accept me where I am, but they push me to where I'm going to be. Because it has nothing to do with your age. You could continue to be phenomenal until you die, 90 years old. There's a woman that I know that's 90. And every time I just told her, I said, you just inspire me. Because she's 90 and she's like phenomenal. She just walks and talks like a lady. And it has nothing to do about dressing. It's just her mind, her attitude at 90 years old. And this is what I'm saying. So do you want to be part of the solution for our next generation? Not just saying, oh, they this and they that. Show them. Help them through the journey. This is not even part of what I was going to talk about. But knowing who you are makes a difference. Phenomenal women are you. Phenomenal women, phenomenal ladies are you. And I thank you for those that are going to catch it on the BHC network and going to catch it on my YouTube channel and on Fire Stick and Roku. We appreciate you. And download. And the information is there. Download the BHC network and get inspired and get encouraged from these phenomenal women that are there to inspire, that are there to encourage. All about the mindset. So I close out and say again, remember, as you grow, as you move forward in life, as you learn lessons and through the challenges and different things, all of who you are starts to change little and shift because you're maturing, because you're growing. So you are phenomenal, ladies. You are phenomenal, ladies. And I can't wait. Like I said, before the month ends, there's some different things I'm about to do. And I tell you, you know, who, and I ask this question before I close out. Who are you? Who are you? Examine yourself. Look at yourself and know who you are. Don't let someone else tell you who you are. Even if I'm encouraging you, but I should not tell you who you are. You should already know. Know that you're phenomenal. Know that you are extraordinary. Know that you got it. How do they say going on? Because you are not going to be this person, but you are who you are, and you put your name. I am CK, and that's how I always start off. If you notice, I'm like, I am CK. And when someone gave me that name, that initial thing, I never even thought about it. And then I started really liking it because I said it's a part of who I am now. So that's where the show connected, even with CK, saying I don't say, my show name with with Carmen. I say with CK. There's a reason. Because I want to be real with you. And I want you to understand that the show is about me coming to you to inspire, encourage, and empower not just you, but myself and those around me. Because I love who God has connected me with. And I say God because He said, when I acknowledge Him in all my ways, He'll direct my pathway. And that's all it takes. So acknowledge Him and seek and pray about who are you. And I'm done with this episode. Keep standing up. Keep standing out. Keep standing strong. Keep being phenomenal. Knowing that no weapon that keeps trying to destroy will prosper. Because you have to make up your mind to continue to be phenomenal. It's Women's History Month. I'm about to, continue to share some things because I just want to serve you ladies. My focus is women. It's not that I don't service to our men, but see, we make a strong impact in our home. And that's where we need to let that phenomenal woman be with class and love and integrity and just be beautiful from inside out. So I'll see you the next time on the Victory Moment with CK. As we don't give up, we don't give in, and we don't quit.